Rasmus Glacial is shoved with ace-king, and I think we know where this is headed.
It is headed to Flipsville.
Back around to Christian. He calls, putting Rasmus Glacial at risk, and there is a classic race underway at the final table.
Thanks. Look, buddy.
It's a race that Glacial needs to win to survive. He needs to hit an ace or a king.
Like being alone forever versus being in a terrible marriage, one of these two hands has a slight mathematical advantage.
That's how it works. Whenever somebody says I have one, it's in the window. I'll bet you there's a king in the window.
How much? I'll bet there isn't.
How much? Oh, really? All right.
Put your money where your mouth is, Vela.
Cliff, you have one.
I give it back.
Oh, you did?
Give it back. I give him back. I don't need one. I would just throw it out after a year anyway.
Show me that window.
An 8-6-3 flop. Great flop for tens.
Hell yeah.
Glacial down to 25% equity.
I remember him, yeah. He's got the book apparently.
Yeah.
Board pairs on the turn.
Glacial's gonna need the river.
An ace, 6 outs, 6 cards that save him. It's a 6, and that means we lose our first player from this final table. Rasmus Glacial from Norway busts in 6th place, cashing for $103,780.
I can't believe a guy named Christian Harder just knocked a dude out by hitting 3 sixes. The mark of the beast.
Michael Gently's got deuces.
All in.
And he shoves and gets called.
Raise, shove, snap.
The start of day chip leader, all in and way behind. Now officially, it's Opelican who's at risk, but he is better than a 4-1 favorite here. And should Gently lose here, should aces hold, he'll be left with one big blind.
That's
heard that
nuts.
Fucking knew it too, man.
Yes.
Wait the tank on the button. Wait the tank on the button.
Well, this is exactly
2 minutes.
how Opelican wanted this hand to play out, assuming that no deuces show up on this board.
The flop. Jack 8-5.
No flush draws for Gently.
I did.
He needs a deuce. And he needs to see that deuce on the river.
No opportunities.
The river card is a king. Aces hold. Gently's not out.
He's not out.
No. He's got Opelican covered.
Oh man, way to add insult to injury, because now you got to sit back down with like 3 chips.
Don't take the microphone off.
Oh.
Everyone's.
Oh dear.
Look at this.
I mean,
Only one person.
he doesn't have many chips, but he still has
Ukulele's paying
a
attention.
chip to call with any 2 and hope for the best,
Get her, Ray.
which he does. Christian Harder now with the ace-8, which is the best hand.
1.785.
He folds, so here we go. Gently at risk.
I just figured you were raising any 2 there.
Which one? Which one?
Yeah.
Where'd you see an ace?
Charter folds an ace again.
Ace 8 off?
It's such a good spot for you. This is mine here.
Yeah, this is yours.
The start of day chip leader at risk.
My lightest 3-bet all-in of the day.
There's a strong chance he busts in 5th place. He's got 2 live cards, looking for a 9 or a 7. The flop
Me.
has a 7 and a king. 5 outs for Michael Gently. He will need a 9 or a 7 on the river.
And a 9 can't be a spade, because he's holding it in his hand.
It's the king of clubs.
Thank you. Thank you for doing this.
And that will see Michael Gentili bust in 5th place, $140,940. But obviously his ambitions would have been set.
One of these two hands has a slight mathematical advantage.
Cliff Josephy officially the player at risk. If Opalican loses this flip, he'll be left with 3 big blinds. It's a low flop, 7-6-3.
Should be an 8 of spades. That would be a pretty cool card. What do you think, Joe? 8 of spades is nice.
Whatever makes you happy, Mikey.
Yeah, 8 of spades makes me happy. Any spade makes me happy, to be honest.
All right, no problem. I don't mean to offend you, sir.
No spade on the turn, so 5 outs for Opalican.
It's not the most exciting turn ever.
Cliff Josephy is only eliminated if a king or a queen hits the river.
Oh, that takes some of the outs away.
Huh?
The river card is a deuce, and Cliff Josephy survives, and Alexei Opalican is crippled.
2.125.
Yeah, it was bust for Opalican. There's not much he could have done here, I think.
No, I'm just saying when I had AC, like.
Opalican's going to need to get super lucky to survive
I don't know if my play
here.
was reckless or not.
And he is drawing dead on the
Dead.
flop.
That's pretty sick.
That's true.
Feels bad, man.
It's all over for Alexei Opalican. We lose another player from the PokerStars Championship Bahamas final table. He exits in 4th, cashing for $191,420. Not bad for a guy who was here on holiday, had no intention of actually playing the tournament, but somehow... Well, let's not forget that Michael Vella is still to act in the big blind, and he's super short, and he decides to move all in with ace-6, dominated by Christian Harder.
Uh-oh.
1-4 Christian.
Now here's the question, does Harder just flat this shove, or does he reshove to isolate?
1,485,000.
Interesting question. Pros and cons to both move.
And
Guys, better not let me win this one, because then I'll have 2 million again.
one of the things you have to consider is that what kind of hands is Cliff just flatting with, knowing that this move might be made by Vella behind.
Yeah.
If it smells like a trap.
Yeah. It's a he knows that he knows that he knows. Well aware that could happen.
So Harder has elected to call the all-in. And I think Michael Vella's already dreaming of the triple up, hoping that Cliff Josephy calls as well, and he somehow gets back in this game.
What is it, 1,485,000, right? Yeah.
Well, it's not going to be easy. He's going to need to get lucky, regardless of whether he's up against 1 or 2 players here. I can't imagine, by the way, that Cliff is seriously thinking of making any kind of re-raise himself. This is clearly deciding whether he wants to actually play this 3-way with action on the side against Christian Harder.
Yeah. I just don't know if King Jack is the kind of hand I want to take into this scenario. I mean, we know Christian can raise with anything. We've got a bit of a feeling of what Michael Vella's range probably is for shoves, but he is super short, so that can be much wider.
Well, Pete Blow has concluded that Michael Vella's shove is horrible.
I call.
As Cliff Josephy calls as well. So there could be action on the side here. And Michael Vella could win a pot of 4.5 million if A6 somehow wins here. Of course, if it doesn't, he is out.
3 times, baby.
Yeah, this would be really interesting if Vella can pick it up, but he is least probable right now from a mathematical point of view. But it's poker. Poker doesn't always care.
So Vella dominated by Christian Harder. And Cliff Josephy
Dark checking my whole life.
says he is checking dark for the first time in his life.
As a tribute to Michael Vella.
So close to him.
I like the way you're thinking, though.
Endorsed.
So the flop is 8-7-6 all diamonds, so it's domination or rotation. Vella now ahead, but Josephy has got a flush draw.
Pair the board for me. Pair the board.
Action goes check, check. We get the 3 of hearts on the turn. Vella now a 62% favorite to triple up.
Wow.
I think I might be in third place. I think so.
Again, the action goes check, check. The river card is a diamond.
Aye, aye, aye.
Somebody's got to have a diamond.
Sure enough.
That's the one that beats me. The God. Oh, are you kidding me? 4 flush beats me. Jesus, pair the freaking board.
Michael Vella eliminated in third place.
Really? Seriously.
What an ugly way to go.
It's going to get real boring around here now.
Nice guy. Great
That's
result.
ugly.
$259,980. And we are heads up in the PokerStars Championship Bahamas main event.
Wow. Pair the board in a river.
He won't be able to fold this flop. 340,000 is Christian c-bet.
Yeah, way too much here. Of course, the 9 is an overcard as well, playing.
Check raises to 1.6 million. And obviously, Christian Harder is not folding 2 pair here.
I mean, might he even come back over the top?
Well, that's the question, isn't it? You just call, play the turn in position, or do you try and get more chips in while you know you're probably a decent favorite?
A lot to hate about the way in which that board could develop.
That is true. So Cliff's got 5.7 million behind.
All in.
He shoves on Josephy. And Cliff can't call here. Not with just a draw. I mean, he can, but it would be ambitious.
Yeah, I think ambitious is a kind choice of words. It would be very, very splish-splash.
Josephy lets it go. Okay, so now some real distance is opening up. Christian Harder has ace-jack, though.
Man, of all the times to be a card down.
Well, this is likely to be a domination situation. We're just not sure which way round.
Agreed.
A 3-bet from Harder to 1.1 million.
I'm all in.
The shove from Cliff Josephy.
Pause is good.
Huh?
Nothing.
Christian Harder asking for a count. Dana Craven says can't help but root for Josephy. Hoping that that other card is another ace, a king or a queen right now.
Six one.
6.1 million.
Correct.
5 million to call.
Quick. Mr. Back.
We're only playing for 10,000, Christian.
All right, I call.
Christian Harder calls. We will see Cliff Josephy's other card. Ace 8. So it's Christian Harder who has Cliff Josephy dominated. And Cliff Josephy is the player at risk. If Ace-Jack holds here, this tournament is over and we have our
All
champion.
in.
Christian Harder looking to win his first major live title.
Just run it out from me.
What?
Not from you, from
I
anybody
bet
else.
you say. Yeah.
He's made many final tables on many tours, but he
I
has
thought you
yet
said,
to lift a
I thought you had
trophy.
force because I thought you said something about force. What did you say?
I said pause is good.
Oh, I think you said force is good. I don't know.
This could be it. The ace of spades is in the hand of Cliff Josephy.
Backdoor.
He does have backdoor outs. Right now, an 8 is what he needs to survive. Turn card is a spade.
Oh, poker.
Yeah.
10 outs now for Cliff. Any spade, any 8 saves him. Any other card, we have our champion. The river is a club. It's over. Christian Harder has won the first ever Poker Stars Championship.
Congrats.
Thanks. Great.
A finalist here in the Bahamas in 2008. That was the year Elke won the title. 2017 is his year.